26 after the hour here on NRAnews.com and Sirius Patriot 144. We'll have more of your talkbacks here in just a moment or two. Also later this hour, Glenn Hoyer, the director of NRA's Law Enforcement Activities Division, will join us from Albuquerque, where the National Police Shooting Championships are getting ready to take place. But I am absolutely thrilled that with us in studio tonight, one of my favorite people, Linda Walker from Buckeye Firearms Association, is here. Linda, thank you for coming in studio.
Oh, thank you for having me again. I am tickled to death to be here.
It's my pleasure, and congratulations, because you are the 2009 recipient of the NRA's Sybil Lundington Women's Freedom Award. Now, that is a mouthful, but it's also a high honor. I mean, this is given out to one individual every year. And not every year even. There have been some years where the award has not been given. But what is this award for, Linda?
The Sybil Lundington Award is given to women who work for legislation, advocacy, and for education. This one's given on the national level. The Marion Hammer Award is given on the state and regional level, which is what I was nominated for, and the NRA took it a step much higher and awarded me the Sybil Lundington Award, and I'm very honored, very humbled, and very blown away.
Well, let's talk about why you won this award. This is what the press release announcing your winning this award said. Linda Walker contributes greatly to legislative work and was instrumental in the passage of Senate Bill 184, Ohio's Castle Doctrine, referred to as one of the most sweeping firearm reform bills in the United States. Her work on the leadership team of Buckeye Firearms Association has helped make it one of the foremost grassroots organizations for the Second Amendment in America. The NRA, or the National Rifle Association, relies on the dedication and determination of patriots like Linda Walker. Whether Linda is acting within her role as an NRA-certified instructor or as an election volunteer coordinator in the great state of Ohio, she is spreading her passion and expertise, and everyone who values the Second Amendment owes her their gratitude. Those are the words of NRA past President Kane Robinson.
Wow. That really builds me up to a pedestal, doesn't it?
It does.
It does.
So how did you get involved in the issue? Let's start there. I mean, did you get involved immediately? Did you grow up around guns? Were you a member of a gun-owning family?
Well, Dad always had some guns, and they were in the house. Dad's not a shooter. My husband's family, very, very, very pro-Second Amendment, lots of guns. So when I started dating my husband, Jim, and marriage, etc., we've always had guns in the house. But the day in which my life changed was January 9th, 2004, the morning I woke up and heard that Governor Taft, anti-Governor Taft, had signed concealed carry into law. I knew it was running through the State House, and I'm a realtor. And as I tell some of my students, it's what other job is there that the bad guy can call me, tell me where and what time to meet him?
Yeah.
So I was waiting for the concealed carry to pass, and as soon as Taft signed it, I got into my class, and on April 8th, 2004 was the first day you could go apply for a license, and my license would be number 76 in my county.
Wow.
Got involved only as a member of an organization in Ohio, and then I met the gentlemen who are leaders of Buckeye Firearms Association. And there was a lot of bad stuff put in the original concealed carry by both the governor and by OSP. I knew I wanted to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. So I wanted to get involved. And boy, I got involved in a big way by initially throwing a meet and greet. I wanted to meet some of these people who were Second Amendment supporters in the Columbus area. Through that, and not being politically inclined at the time, I picked a date, asked Representative Aslanides, who truly is the father of concealed carry in Ohio, to come to my little meet and greet. Not being politically inclined at that time, it was the Sunday before the general election in 2005. about 2 weeks later, I was invited to Buckeye Firearms leadership, and it's been an education since then. And gosh, the things I've gotten to do since I've become involved is just incredible and awesome. And I get to meet people like you, Cam.
Well, this is one of the best parts of my job is I get to meet people like you as well. And that's fascinating to me that really just in a little more than 5 years, you've gone from being I don't want to say the typical gun owner, but, the type of gun owner who somewhat pays attention, kind of knows what's going on, you probably couldn't have said before Right to Carry passed in what committee the Right to Carry bill was currently located and,
Precisely.
what the votes were. You kind of knew what the issues were, but that was about as far as it went. And
Right.
now here you are a little more than 5 years later in a leadership position at Buckeye Firearms Association. You are a concealed carry, not only a concealed carry holder, but you are a concealed carry instructor in
Yes.
Ohio, right?
Yes.
How many classes do you give?
Well, in the 3.5 years we've been instructing, we've got to be pushing 1,000 students at this point. So we teach classes every month, 12 months out of the year. And since our president, the best gun salesman, has been elected, boy, we've been teaching a lot of students.
I bet. Now, how much time do you spend a week, Linda, do you think in support not only of your Second Amendment rights, but of others' Second Amendment rights?
I call Buckeye Firearms my full-time unpaid job. So when we're running legislation in the State House, there's 15 of us that are in leadership. Manpower hours in that can run into several hundred hours per week that we willingly give to the issue with no pay. So overall of a year, oh my gosh, thousands. I mean, you can't even count the hours in which the dedicated people of Buckeye Firearms puts into it.
Yeah. But I don't want to discourage people. You don't have to do that.
Exactly.
Do you?
No, some of us said,
oh, Linda's
wow.
got my hours covered. No problem. She can pick up a couple or three from me.
Yeah, being a political action committee, our main objective is let's get pro-gun candidates in the State House or in the Capitol building. And as we tell people, it's like, give a couple hours to a pro-gun candidate. It may not seem like a big deal to you, but those 2 hours that you can give to a candidate are huge. And that could be the difference between one vote of getting some legislation passed or not.
Yeah. So what would you, the Sybil Lundington was sort of the either the New York version of Paul Revere or the female version of Paul Revere, depending on, I guess, who you're talking to. The female New Yorker version of Paul Revere. The 16-year-old who in the dark of night traveled 40 miles on horseback to warn her neighbors of a British attack. What would you like to tell your neighbors, Linda, your neighbors in Ohio, about why they need to be ready to fight for their rights?
I think not only in Ohio, but our country it's scary times for our country right now. And you got to be vigilant about your rights. Not only just the Second Amendment, but all of our constitutional rights, because the government keeps chipping away and they're taking a little bit and a little bit more every time. And we can't let them do it. If they're going to take away our rights, then we need to throw them out, and we need to get new politicians in both the Capitol building here and in the State House of every state. People need to get involved, and it is nice to see that people have stepped up since the election. I think the Tea Parties are great. I spoke at the one at the State House. A mere 10,000 people were there. But people have got to get involved.
All right. Well, Linda, again, I can't thank you enough for coming in studio. Congratulations on winning the Sybil Lundington Award, and keep up the fantastic work with Buckeye Firearms Association.
I will. And before I leave, as I've told my fellow leaders and my co-instructor, Clint Lake, I didn't earn this award by myself. we as a group, we are a team, and we all earned this award. Even though my name is on it, we all earned it. So I want to thank my guys at Buckeye Firearms and also my family. My husband and my kids have allowed me the time to go make a difference.
Linda Walker with Buckeye Farms Association and the 2009 Sybil Lundington Women's Freedom Award winner, joining us here on Cam & Company. Linda, thank you so much. Enjoy the ceremony tomorrow, and have a great weekend here in Northern Virginia.
I will. It's been great. Thank you, Cam.
My pleasure, Linda. When we come back to